Safe travels and welcome back to Frank's Way. Today we'll be doing clutch plates on the NC700. They say they are the same than the Africa Twin XRV750 RD07s. I'm not sure yet. We'll take them out and we'll have a look. But the thing that I want to concentrate on is a lot of people can do the clutch jobs. It's a bit of a laborious job on the side. I've taken off the cover. I'm not going to take you through the whole process. Loosening bolts, you should be able to do that if you want to tackle a clutch job. The one thing I want to concentrate on is having the right tools for the job. So let me show you, with the cover being open, and the tool that I use to get off a nut that's notorious for people to have getting involved, chisels and what else not. Avoid it, just buy the right tool. Let's get started. Alright, let's have a quick look. The hissing noise that you're hearing in the background is a compressor air pipe. We'll get to that one, I'll show you now. We've taken off the clutch cover and then we do a visual inspection of all the moving parts. Have a look and see if there are any problem areas that you can pick up. Is there any debris in the engine that shouldn't be there? And just check the overall condition of everything. But the part that we'll be using is an air gun, and I want to show you what this looks like. If you don't have one, buy the right part. It'll loosen up the bolts very easy. So you have your springs, 4 of them here with a plate on the top. You have to take this off first and then you get to this nut. A lot of people tend to take a chisel and a hammer to it and they end up breaking the clutch pack itself, and that's a costly exercise. Get the right tool and let me show you how easy it is to loosen up. And that's it. So now we've got the nut loosened up, we can actually take out the clutch pack, and then we'll do an inspection with a vernier and see the thickness. And remember to put them back the way they come out. So let's start on that. Measure the thickness. I've got a spare set of clutch plates that I know are good. I've just put them in an Africa Twin on an engine that I used. So let's carry on that one. Alright, we've taken off the clutch pack, and the one thing that I want to stress on is this little plate. It's a washer. Make sure it goes in the right way it came out. Now, on a Trans Alp 600 many years ago, I had an issue where I've stripped down the motor and I had it lying in a crate for many months. And whenever I started this bike up, it engaged clutch fully, no problem, but it always had a ticking sound, tick 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 tick, when idling. And it drove perfectly, and it ended up being this little spacer, and I had to take off the clutch cover again and install it correctly. On the cmsnl.com website they have a very nice diagram, and I'll put a picture up on it on a video that you can see. If ever you strip an engine, make sure to visit CMSNL. This video is not sponsored by them, but it makes life very easy. And remember, you have a little washer at the back that needs to go in as well. So when you're sitting and doing this clutch job, take your time, do it properly, clutch out, clutch in, assemble it, and it's sorted. So let's go measure with a vernier what the difference is between the two clutch packs that we have currently, and take it from there. Okay, let's have a quick look. As I said, these came out of the NC, these out of the Africa Twin. They definitely have burn marks on them, and just to be clear, the NC700 and the XRV750 RD07 and RD07A do take the same amount of clutch plates and pressure plates between the two of them. They can interchange. NC, XRV750 Africa Twin, use them. They do work. And here's another good tip. If you have a problem with your clutch plates on your motorcycle and you keep replacing plates but it still keeps on slipping, have a look at this guy in the back. Your problem originates from here. If you have a bunch of wear on there, replace it. Listen to what I'm saying. This will be your problem. I've had it numerous times. But even this is exactly the same on the Africa Twin as on the NC700. So it does take the same clutch pack, which is very nice. So I'm going to be doing some measuring up again between the two, and I'll repack this clutch. And I'm actually glad I opened it up. Have a look at what these things look like. Clutch has definitely been burnt. Doesn't look nice. So let's sort that out. Let's carry on. I'll do a bit of work on this and then we'll take it further in the video. Okay, clutch pack has been built. We need to now remember we have this washer at the back. Don't forget about that one. And then we'll slowly install it again. Alright, we've got the clutch pack installed again. Just make sure you remember about this little chap that's here on the top. The Africa Twin had a spare one on this side, so I didn't forget it. And I've removed the old clutch pack. It looks a bit burnt. And 2.5 millimeter versus 2.7. So the plates were bad, and take note, the one plate on the outside here is thinner, narrower than the rest of them. That should give you an indication that somewhere you've installed something incorrectly, hopefully. So we're going to close this up again. Remember all the washers. This little guy has a facing outward indicator. Get that on, and then we'll tighten it up, and on your shaft you'll see a notch, and you'll see this nut having a notch. What you need to do is, when you're done with it, you can put some Loctite on this. I would recommend it. Tighten it up with the air tool and just give it with a screwdriver a little notch so that it actually locks on the shaft. Then you are all done with that, and I'm so glad I've taken out these clutch plates and had a look at them. But let's carry on and let's close this up. Okay, we have fastened with Loctite the nut. That is done, and it actually lines up again where it used to prior us doing the uninstall of the clutch plates. So all left to do is just to give it a little bit of a nip, and that's about it. Don't overdo it. That's sorted out. Even if your motorcycle, your NC, still runs. Mine was running, but I had a bit of a suspicion that it's not really pulling the way it should. But have a look at the clutch plates. They are terrible. So get yours inspected. If you're a bit of a DIYer, all you need to do is loosen the bolts, get your excuse for a bash plate off, because it's a piece of plastic, doesn't do much. Take the cover off, have the bike lean over a bit, get a catch can at the bottom for the excess oil, and have a look at this. Get the tool to undo this 27mm nut. But let's do the reinstall, and I still need to fit my crash bars again, and I need to fit the handlebar again. But it's easy peasy, 1, 2, 3. Have a look, do an inspection, check out your clutch plates, and make sure your bike is in a good running order. Change the oil frequently. They are low stress engines. They will last forever if you do the maintenance properly. So let's get this sorted out. Let's get it covered up. We'll do an inspection on the gasket and see that that's all good for oil leaks. And yeah, let's carry on. Alright everybody, let's start cleaning up and doing assembly. I'm going to be putting back the bolts. Make sure you put them in at the right place where they should go. clutch change job done, and we'll obviously give it a test drive. Top up the oil level, whatever came out, put it back, check your level, and I'll be doing assembly again on this. And that's a clutch job done, sorted. Take care when you assemble it, do it slowly, make sure nobody bothers you, just get it done. Doesn't matter how long it takes you. Cool, let's carry on and do the assembly. Alright, here we have it. Set of clutch plates changed. NC XRV750 Africa Twin. Take the same amount of plates, take the same pressure plates, clutch plates, everything. If you are unsure, you can interchange them. They are the same. And these ones that came out, look, the bike was still running. And at some stage it felt a bit off, slippery, but I had no idea that they looked as bad as they do. So yeah, 70,000 odd kilometers on the clock. If you're not sure about yours, just open it up, check them out, buy beforehand, and then clean them up. Pressure plates, if they can be salvaged. If not, buy a new set. Just buy the whole clutch pack maybe. It's up to you. But there we go, in a nutshell, we'll be finally closing up on that side. I'll put the crash bars on, I'll put the handlebar on. We're doing some work, and in the week I'll do the stand. I got a piece of square tubing for the stand, and I thought I'm not going to use that, because what I want to do is on the top where the stand rides on the frame. If it's square tubing, it's still hollow inside and it might dent inwards, so I'll be using a pack of steel plates. Doesn't have to be stainless. I'll just measure the height. I'll put them in the vise, squeeze them as tight as I can, weld them into a block, then I know it's solid and sturdy, cut them, and be done with the main stand as well, center stand, main stand. Hope you guys like the videos, more to come. Cool. Wherever you're going, safe travels, and keep maintaining your bike, otherwise it's going to leave you stranded next to the road. Till later everybody, cheers.